Hello everyone, my name is Shane, also known as Wonder Subset, and today we will once again be looking at Billie Bust Up, a game that we have previously looked at back in September of 2024. Within the past few months, Giddy Games have been working hard on delivering new updates, whether it be new content or overall improvements to the game. While the game has seen vast updates during its development, it still has some ways to go, but the developers have assured that it would be worth the wait with each bit of progress they showcase. You can also find more of the development history on the Giddy Games Patreon page in addition to information on the updated demo build, which is what we will be looking at today. Now, throughout the past month since we have looked at the game, the demo has seen some changes with new content being added while some have been removed in recent builds. For example, game modes such as Fantokio's boss fight, Aristotle's tutorial, and the Pirate Queen's cave are no longer present in the demo. Barnaby's boss fight, however, was removed in the previous update but was brought back in the most recent update for the build, along with a new mode, Dutch's Dance Battle, which just like Aristotle's tutorial, unfortunately can't be publicly showcased. The testing map, as far as I can tell, has also seen some changes as well since the last video. For example, I found that you can interact with Scrimshaw showcasing dialogue options in addition to a store mechanic where you can purchase cosmetic items. There is another character to interact with as well, but it is still programmed to talk with Scrimshaw when you do, plus the camera will just be set inside the character model. Boy, that looks awkward. Some new platforms and assets have also been added to see as well, in addition to enemy NPCs and environmental hazards. You can find the different character models, which if you land on the platform, you can hear the dialogue and even new interactive assets and puzzles. Oh look, it's Barnaby. Uh-oh, not good, not good. Also, you can do this. Now, although some of what I mentioned on the testing map are new, a lot of these assets were also in the previous update from the previous video. And while I have previously talked about some of these, I wanted to give the testing map some additional love because I felt like I did not showcase enough of it to see what it had to offer in terms of assets and gameplay mechanics. For example, one of the environmental hazards are Barnaby's hands, which will appear and attack you when you get too close. There's also an enemy turret that shoots what looks like the purple custard from Teletubbies. Billy also has some additional abilities in this game mode as well, such as being able to turn invisible, which can be used to sneak by enemies as showcased in this one area of the map where you can get a gem from Barnaby's hand. There's also an ability where you can spawn a present which, depending on the enemy, can distract them, but so far it only affects the pirate cat. You spawn a cardboard box, and just like with real-life cats, he won't be able to resist jumping into the box. Oh, look at that little fella. However, if you try to use the present on the security dogs, it will spawn a bone, but they won't react to it. Also, in the last video, I mentioned that Oscar was playable in the updated build at the time, in which he still is in this current build. And while I mentioned he had the ability to breathe fire, I neglected to mention that he also had an ability where he can burrow himself into the ground and travel while underground. Then when he emerges back onto the surface, he leaves behind a burrowed hole in which you can jump into and fast travel to the hole he burrowed into. Aside from all what I've mentioned, the rest of the testing map is about the same as what was mentioned previously. It continues to be a fun way to explore and see and interact with the different gameplay mechanics and assets of the game during its development cycle, and I look forward to seeing what they will add in the future. Now to look at the main event. The updated Barnaby chase, also known as A Million Gruesome Ways to Die. Back in November of 2024, Giddy Games brought back this level into the demo build with a vast number of improvements via the orchestral update. And boy did they deliver on said improvements. To start with, Barnaby, who previously only had one animation where all he did was bob his head back and forth throughout the song while chasing you, was given a whole rework of new animations such as new actions like trying to reach out to you after you slide down the grave and stirring the pot of stew that you fall in. He is a lot more expressive when he chases you too, which really brings out his personality and also makes the chase far more lively and animated, as you can't help but feel the need to see what Barnaby will do next during the chase. He even leaves out of the window at the end cutscene after you escape. The orange ghosts you also see throughout the chase, known as Barnaboos, were also given their own animatics which are showcased when they appear on screen during the chase, continuing to give it that cartoon villain song feel to it. I can't wait to see how this will look in the final animation for them. The overall level itself also saw a huge change as well, such as updated lighting and shading, updated textures, and even changes to certain assets. For instance, in the previous version there were 3 individual cakes to hop on with exploding candles, and during this part of the song, Barnaby sings about being flattened by a cow and being baked into a cake. Now in the orchestral update, not only is the ice replaced with cake icing surrounded by ingredients like flour and a carton of milk, but now a cow can actually fall on you, acting as a hazard, followed by a large individual cake with 3 exploding candles. They even added windows to the walls and a sink and stovetop during the kitchen segment, and so much more changes. Giddy Games took what was already an amazing level from their past build and made it even better. If this is what they can do for Barnaby's Chase, then it's just even more exciting to see what they'll do with future updates for the demo build. Since covering Billie Bust Up in the last video, the developers have been working hard to make progress with their upcoming anticipated title, with more updates to come in the future. Once again, if you wish to show your support for Billie Bust Up or simply follow updates on the game, be sure to check out the game's Patreon page for more information. Once again, I am Shane, also known as Wonder Subset of Nevermore Niche. Thank you all for watching today's video, and have a good day.